Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So, I forgot to edit the title, but in this live stream, we're going to talk about weird things that you're not supposed to do here in the Philippines that could get you in trouble. Hi, Thomas, Rob, James, Dennis, Oregon Steve, Rhoda's Life Adventure. Good morning. Shout out to Charlie, aka Cici from Las Vegas, DV, Capture All, Olaf, Dennis, Greg, Demon. Hi everyone, good morning. Caesar, what time is it over here? It's 6:30. I woke up for early. I'm awake like since 4 a.m. because I slept very early last night. Like arguing with your Filipina. No, it's not. You can argue with your Filipina, but there are things that could get you in trouble, like hurting her, physically hurting her. I'm in Subic Bay, Greg. No rain there this morning. No, there is no rain since last night, which is good. Hi, Elvis. Good morning. Good morning, boss. Terrence Miller. I like getting up early. Yeah, me too. I'm a morning person, so I am I am awake before the rooster could could make sounds. 5:30 p.m. here in Texas. Early bird gets the worm. Yes. Fun fact, Maya is a type of bird here in the Philippines, the smallest bird in the Philippines. So, yeah, my name is Maya and I'm a bird and I'm small. Hi, Paul, Kevin, Caesar. I've arrested plenty of men for that, by the way. Domestic violence. Yeah, I think it's universal. You shouldn't hurt people, men or women, children, old or young. Charlie, well, if physically hurt her, he need to get in trouble. Yes. And other thing is you cannot annoy someone publicly, like um like intentionally annoy someone, mock them in public. Can't do this. You could get in jail for 1 month if they report you. And it's not only applied to foreigners, it's also applied to the locals. Good morning, Thomas. Why would you want to hurt your Filipina? I would rather have a long, loving relationship with no arguing. Yeah, that's true. Thailand Timmy, look at me. I am the rooster. Yes, I am the rooster in this area. Hi, sounds like the rooster has sore throat. I was in Cebu for the past couple of weeks and it did not rain much while I was there. Yes. Well, it rained a lot in the past couple of days because there was a storm. So that's why. Hi, Dowry from Wales, UK. Hello. Poor guy needs a Hall's mentolipus. Mentoliptus. Hi, George. So the question is, should we men move to the Philippines and find a nice woman? Thomas, yes, you should move to the Philippines if that is something that you want to do. If Philippines is for you, Greg, I think that as foreigners, we underestimate how much Filipinos have to adjust to us. I appreciate about my girlfriend, a Filipina from Subic. Yes, there's gonna be a lot of adjustment on cross-cultural relationship. It's not only you who adjust with the culture, but also the Filipinas. She have to adjust. Number one is in communication, speaking English, especially. It's not her first language, so she cannot express her feelings properly. There's a frustration on that part. Me personally, it's very hard for me to argue with someone speaking English because when you're like on a heated argument with someone that speaks English, you just like get frustrated because you're trying to translate the words in your brain in when you're mad. And also when it comes to making food, cooking, she has to learn new cuisine that that you like. So there's a lot of adjustments. And not only for the Filipina, also for the foreigners, eating rice and communication also tampo because the Filipina cannot communicate properly because she instead of talking, communicating, she resorts into just giving you tampo because it's much more easier for her to do that. Hi, Mountain Winters. I wish I had a Filipino wife, George. Hi, Ryan. Hi, Whitainment. Where to visit if I go to the Philippines? Depends. What do you like to do? Do you like nature? Do you like beaches? Do you like mountainside? Or do you like city? So it really depends on you. Filipino women are so sweet and nice compared to Americans. Okay. Hi, Wayne from London. Metabish Efrain. How is life? Life is good so far. I kind of like enjoy doing live stream, talking to you and knowing your thoughts and answer questions. I like it. That's why I've been doing live stream more often than I used to. I enjoy it very much. So how does dating Philippines girl work and how do you guys deal with foreign guys? Child upbringing and all. There's a thing. There's a lot of adjustments when it comes to upbringing a child. Like for example, the sleeping with a child. So if you I have a talk asked about this a lot of times about how they do, why do they put their baby in a separate rooms when they're very young? Because here in the Philippines, we don't do that. We don't separate our babies, not until they're like, to be honest, like 5, 6 years old. The kids would like sleep next to the parents. I sleep with my mom since until I am 8 years old. So that is one adjustment. How would you the sleeping patterns of your child? Are you gonna separate the baby in your room? And for sure, this is the number one, that a Filipina would never let her baby sleep in a different room. She would sleep with that baby, next to that baby, or at least put the crib in that in the same room with her. Agree, the communication barrier is tough. Yeah, so much lost translation. Good morning, Kim. I'll eat anything. That's good. So um, there are a lot that are picky, not because they're picky, but because they are not used to eating rice every day, or they're not used to the Filipino food. So it's good that you're not picky, George. Hi, Ryan. I have had a couple previous Filipino girlfriend, and they are loving and try so hard. Arguing is not part of the Filipino culture in the way we argue in the West. Yeah, especially if you are a foreigner. It's hard to argue. John R. Hi, I have a question about a video I saw online. I didn't watch it, but thought of it when I saw you online. Oh, okay. What is the question? I love fish and rice. Hi, Jump. I'm Jack. Hi, Sensible Man. How are you? Darren Faster. Good morning. Tom Smith. Do you like balut? Yeah, I love balut. I think balut is healthy and good and lots of protein and vitamins. But it's not for everyone. Hi, Silver Tongue Devil. Can you assist me with place to visit and how do I contact you? You can ask me here. I think it's much more easier, but if you want to send me a private email, you can send it to me. It's in the description, my email address. Hi, Anthony. Sensible man, how's your little one and how's your family doing? My little one is good. He's happy. Hi, Katin the Cradle. Hello. Supposedly, a foreigner was sent to prison for 3 years for arguing with his Filipina girlfriend or wife. Is that even possible to happen? Maybe there is more to it. It is very possible to happen, but I don't think it's just an arguing that happened. There could be a lot involved, emotionally abuse or physically abuse, and it was proven. So it is very possible that it happened. But if it's just arguing, both are arguing, I don't think that's enough evidence for the person to get into prison. But I think there's more into that story. Good morning, McLovin. White Whitetainment, also best accommodation around 2 weeks. Yes, just email me and you can tell me where do you want to go or whatever. Filipino women seem more humble. Hi, Paul. I have a Filipino girlfriend, and luckily for me, the English language isn't a problem. That's good. That's good. Thomas, would you recommend learning Tagalog for foreigners moving to the Philippines? I would want to communicate and understand my partner better if I live there. Yeah, I think that's a very good idea, and that would like be appreciated very much by Filipinos. Like, every time I hear a foreigner that speaks Tagalog or Bisaya, just makes me smile because he is making effort to learn our language. So yeah, it would be much appreciated if you learn speaking Tagalog or Bisaya. But I think Tagalog is much better because Tagalog is the national language. So everyone can understand you if you speak Tagalog. Because if you learn Bisaya, you could be moving, you could be going to Manila area, Luzon, and they don't speak Tagalog, and I mean Bisaya, and they don't understand it. So Tagalog is a good language to start. Hi Maya, good morning. So how are you? Make out with the weather over there. Hi Charles. I have a dating question. What is your opinion on how to date Filipino women without getting overwhelmed from so much responses? I want to date but not 100 women at once. I am overwhelmed by online. Well, that's a very hard problem. Well, I guess you have to connect with one person or try to shrink it down to 100 women to maybe three and see which one you really connect, which one really like, you share something, you can talk something, you have that connection. You don't have to date or see all 100 women, and if those one or three person that you are dating doesn't work, I'm pretty sure you can still find 100 women online again. So just don't do it. Just shrink it down to three and see which one is good for you. Hi, Mr. 51680. I hope that you and your family are safe from the weather. Yes, thank you so much. We are safe. Princess Anbun, hi. Serial killer, hello. Hi Maya, this is Dawn from New York. This is starting to be a beautiful habit trying to catch your show. You always put a smile on my face when I see you. Hi Cheddar Collectibles. Dylan, don't put pictures if you don't want attention. Good night, Metabish. Are you on a Christian Filipina date app? Beautiful. No, I am not yet. Because I can't date yet. I mean, I can date, but I don't want to date yet. Like, officially date. I don't want to publicly put myself there yet because I want to wait for the divorce. Madam, who is your bet? Pacquiao or Barrios? It's always Pacquiao for me. Joe Power. Hi, Maya. Was it raining as hard? Was it raining as hard as it was? Did you have any flooding issues at your house? Are you still thinking about moving? There's no flooding, thankfully, but I'm still moving because I don't feel at home here. I don't feel comfortable. Like it doesn't feel like home. Good morning, Ralph. Hi, Amber. Whitainment. Sorry, I don't give WhatsApp. Just email me. Good morning, Edward from Vancouver. Hey, my good PH weekend morning. It's a bit dark. Are you somehow daylight saving? Just think. How's your weekend going so far? Because I have what do you call this? Very thick curtains, like it blocks the sunlight, and I haven't opened it. So yeah, I'm gonna open it in a sec. Good morning, Adam. Hello, Maya. Just wanted to say hi and to let you know that I really appreciate your time and your videos. May God continue to bless you and your family always. Thank you, sensible man. Tom Smith, do you think Manny Pacquiao will win his fight? 99% for me. The reason parents sleep in the same room with their kids, there is no other place to put them. This practice is typical in poor countries. I don't I don't believe that. I mean, yeah, there is a lack of room, but I think caring your young child really helps the development of them emotionally to feel secured. I truly believe that nurturing kids when they're young or babies, it really helps when they're brought up. So yeah, maybe lack of rooms to put their kids because of poverty, but I think also um, caring for a young child is very important for babies. I don't I don't agree with putting your babies on a separate room. It's just horrifying for me. Hi, Ian. It's very hard to choose from my standpoint. They all seem to say the perfect things, are really polite, and no red flags. It is hard to choose, but thanks for the recommendation. Well, just see who you really like, I guess, and who you really think is genuine. Hope all is well. Why did you not run in the marathon with Shay and Mary? Oh, I'm not very close with Mary and other friends of Shay. So, sensible man, I think it's a guy who has low self esteem and he was having such a hard time dating where he comes from. The Philippines can ease some of his tension. I hope the best for all men, women, for happiness. Hi, Georgie. John Gerard. Hi, Maya. Have you ever thought of living in another country? Yeah, I have thought about it. I would love to live in a different country, experience living in a different country. I hope the best for you, Maya, and your happiness. Thank you, sensible man. I don't see your email po. Oh, okay. I have to update that because um, there's a lot of people who said that they can see my email. Yippee, great to hear an angel voice today. Take time before you date wise to wait for divorce. Less complication. Yeah. You have another way to contact you. Email only. I have Instagram, but I'm not very active on Instagram. So just send me an email. Good morning from a place that time is 6:50 p.m. Good morning, Ken. Hello again, Maya. How hard and how long will it take you to get a divorce? I heard it's extremely hard to get a divorce in the Philippines. I don't know how long, but I met a, you know, I talked to a girl, to a woman that it took her like 1 year to get the divorce. So it's not that long because I think annulment is much more longer and harder process. Have a great night. Thank you. ISO Texas. Hi. So did you ever meet up with Gladys that late afternoon in the last live stream you did, Maya, or did you have to do? I met up with her. Rain or shine, we met up. Hmm. I think most individuals need to understand that there's good and bad ups and downs in every country, in every culture. People are poor all over the world and people are rich. How do we not know this? Hmm. Kevin, hi. Dante, Danny, uh, can you tell me your email? Okay, so my email is mayasphilippinesadventure@gmail.com. Hello, you. Is it common or unusual for women to me single and without children in that 29 to 36 age range? It's not common here in the Philippines, but it has been common lately that young women doesn't want to have kids anymore. The more educated the people are, the more they don't want to have kids anymore. Well, I don't think Philippines is the same. There's so many taxes, like vlogging. Vloggers are taxed very heavily, and there's so many rules that you can't vlog in public, and they just made this another law that saving saving in the bank, they will tax you 20%. So life is hard. So I don't blame younger generations not having to have kids anymore. Big house, more rooms does not matter most. Filipinos has a strong family bonding. We take good care of our grandma and grandpa, even we do have our own family. Yes, that is true. That is very true. And I think um, that is what is, um, I think it's good. This is the one of the best things about Filipino. You know, there's fights, toxic family fights, but at the end of the day, you have your family. Something happens to you, there's your family helping you. Grandma and grandpa are getting old, they don't go to foster homes, they don't live alone. They will still be taken care of, visited by their children and grandkids. Unless if you're a bad if you're a bad person, then nobody will visit you. Thank you, Thomas, for the super chat. Thank you for the invite, Maya. So nicer. So nicer to have such a nice group of respectful people, John. Join your channel. Thank you for answering so many questions. Thank you, Thomas Marcelo, for the super chat. And I'm glad that you enjoy being here. The Fonts, good morning. Hello from Tennessee. Are you familiar with Christian Filipina? What are your thoughts? Yes, I am familiar with Christian Filipina because I am an ambassador of Christian Filipina. My thoughts about it is Christian Filipina can be a bit pricey, but it's totally worth it because they are very hands-on when it comes to um, making sure that the members are taken care of. They actually call and make sure that you found someone, they introduce you to someone. So yeah, it's a bit pricey, but it's totally worth it. We just need to be happy and get along. Um, the more educated the people are, the more they don't want to have kids. It's almost like more education is bad for humanity. Family is the most important part of life. Jobs come and go. That is true. I think the more educated you are, the more you make money, the more you became more, what do you call this? Materialistic, or the more consumerist you are because of the trending. You have money, so you feel like you deserve to buy this new iPhone or new car. So you buy this stuff and to be able to have this lifestyle, you have to work more, and the more you work, the more your lifestyle go higher. So the more expensive your lifestyle is, and the more you don't want to have kids because kids are also very expensive and they are more long term, long term liability, not liability, but you have to take care of this kid until he finish school, until he finally able to do it on her own. Yeah, I've seen more people having more dogs and cats because they're they're not, I don't think they're low maintenance, but they are more easy to care, cheaper. I will be back, Maya. I am going to prepare some dinner, and when you come to California, I will cook for you. Okay. Well, at least that was a bright spot for you. My cat Grace sit on the chair and watching you on the TV. and staring at it like taking every word you are saying. That's cute. Hi everyone. What is today's hot topic? Prayers for all in Cebu and Philippines affected by floods. Good morning, Fennel. It's okay, Thomas. It's understandable. Can I get your. No, I don't give numbers, sorry. It's okay, Thomas, for the typos. How much does Christian Filipina cost? I don't know. I have a link in the description. You can click on it and see how much is the price because I really don't know because women don't pay. I always hear about Filipina dating older men, but could you see yourself dating as 26 years old? 26 years old guy. I'm 32. 6 years age gap. No, I don't think 26 guy men is mature. Maybe they are mature. Not everyone is immature, but they could. There are some that are mature, but I don't see myself being with a 26 years old. It's like dating a teenager. Is Cebu City a good city to live for foreigners? Yeah, I think so. There's a lot of expats living there. Clocadualdo Marquez. Hi. I don't know, the governments of the world haven't made it easy for on families by design, but we shouldn't cave in and let them have their way. I like my cats, but they aren't my kids. Haha, I got a 12-year-old girl. Yeah, there's just so many taxes. You buy property taxes, you buy your food taxes. Saving money now, they tax you. It's just too much taxes. It's endless. Serio, Cebu is one of the best cities to stay. Have you already moved or will you move soon? I just moved and it's so much work. I haven't moved. I'm going to move soon. Yeah. I'm not looking forward with the moving part, to be honest. By the way, Maya 40, I think would get along. You are at the perfect age range. Yeah, I like to date older than me men, like somewhere 35 to 40, 45, upper 55. 55 is actually my highest range, but it's not something I look forward. Yeah, I like guys that are older than me, the younger one. Like I'm the sugar mommy or the, I'm not looking forward for that. Do you think Leyte is a good place for foreigners to date? I don't know. I haven't been to Leyte, but I think everywhere is a good place to date. You just have to find, you know, a good date. Do you work out at a gym? Yes, I do work out at a gym. Hi, givers takers. Hi, Bean. As an older retired gentleman, I think the younger generation has a harder time figuring out life. And because of the internet and other social media, everybody is more materialistic and not family. Yeah, I think so. I think social media has a very big influence with the younger generation and also big influence to the adult like mm, me because parents nowadays they don't deal with their kids anymore. Their way of dealing is giving the kids iPads, phones, so that they don't get bothered. They could, you know, sit on peacefully with their phones also. So there's no interaction anymore in the family. There's no teaching the kids anymore how to, you know, about life and like talking to them personally. They just give the kids phones and tablets so that they don't have to deal with the um, nurturing part. So most of these kids are nurtured by iPads and phones. I am 68. What do you think is a realistic age gap? I think for the 68 should be late 40s. Yeah, late 40s to your same age, to be honest. I don't think dating a woman in their 20s and 30s for 60-year old is realistic. um, I don't think you could share anything because 20s they are not mature yet, and women in their 30s they are still very outgoing. They can be mature, but they like to do things, you know, hiking or going to gym or going out. So I think late 40s is the most realistic age gap for 60s. Where can I find a good restaurant that say good meat? I don't know. You have to be there and ask the locals. Everything's taxed in the US, even the taxes. Yeah, I know. Do you have any younger Filipino cousins that want foreigner boyfriend? Lol. I don't have. Kids have no responsibility these days. Yeah. A lot of taxes here in Canada too. Yes. I think taxes is one of the things that we cannot avoid. So to be in Christian Filipina, men pay stated fees and women member doesn't. Out of curiosity, do the in between get 50% discount? I don't know. I really don't know. I see videos of foreigners married to province women living in a simple house with a small family. Thai seems more like what we are meant for than taxes, bar life, and materialism. Hmm. Hello, Maya. I just rented a home in Davao and moving there August 15th. Are you close there? No, I'm not from Davao. Everyone has an opinion about something, but as you get older, you find out that you have to figure it out for yourself what works for you and what does not. Always follow your heart and your desires. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I truly believe in that. Everyone is in different circumstances. Not everyone is the same. Um, Early 20s still a little goofy. I couldn't agree more about age difference. Yeah. Hi, Michael. Hi, Murray from Canada. Hi, Maurice Graham. Malaking pagsikat. Dalangin ko na maging maayos ang lahat. Saan mo nakikita ang iyong sarili sa loob ng 5 taon? Oh, you speak Tagalog, Morris. Morris here is saying, malaking pagsikat. How do you say that in English? Shine brightly, I think. He prays that everything will work out. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't. I think I see myself. I'll be 37 5 years. Wow, that is in 5 years. I would love to be in a loving, secure relationship. That's what I want to see myself. And still fit, you know, healthy, but in a loving relationship. Do you think it's better to date a city or province girl? I think you can date both. Um, because there's other Filipinas that are from the province, mostly are from the province, and they just go to the city to work. So as they work in the city, their lifestyle change. Yeah, I don't think it matters if they are from the province or in the city, but I think what's important is if they're genuine, they're a good person. But if you are asking which place is better to find dates, I think city is better. There's a lot of chances that you could find a lot of dates and more open-minded, mature dates than in the province, because province girl, especially if they live there all their life, they could be very shy and they could not speak English because they're not used to it. So it's very hard to communicate with them, and they're very shy, or they could bring a chaperone. I think guys in their mid 60s, at least in the USA, are still quite active and probably could keep up with a mid 30s Filipina. Just a thought. Yeah, I think there are some still fit, 60s, that they take care of themselves, so they are healthy and they are good looking and they don't look like their age. Yeah, there are some that they could still keep up with their Filipina that are in their 30s. Mark, my personal opinion is better to choose a girl in province. I know I wish I had more time with one of my grandma. Yeah. Maya, what is the best way to meet someone in the Philippines? I think the wisest thing to do would be to just go on vacation to the Philippines and just meet people. Would you agree? I agree very, very much. I think the way to meeting Filipinas is to be here. Um, because if you are still in your country and you're chatting Filipinas, hoping one day that you'll be there, telling the Filipina that, oh, I'll be there in September, or I'll be there next year, 2026, the Filipina will not be interested, because especially if they're already like mature, maybe in their 20s, they could wait or play with you of, you know, okay, I'll wait for you, but women in their 30s and they want to like date here and now and get to know someone. I'm speaking from based on my experience, okay? So, yeah, I mean, I think being here is much better. Like being here and like, hey, I mean, being here and being in a dating sites or chatting with Filipinas and saying, hey, I find you beautiful. I'm here in this area. I'm here in Dumaguete. Maybe you wanna grab coffee or something and get to know each other. I think you have more chances of having a lot of dates and having a proper relationship with a Filipina than being in your country and just chatting with them. You mentioned taxes a few times and you have mentioned taxes and money in the bank. I have never heard of such a thing. Is money in the bank tax? How does it work? Uh, they just uh, they just made this law recently that savings in the bank here in the Philippines, you'll be taxed 20% annually. So yeah, that's new. And that is different from, yeah, yeah. I think we should all we should all have crypto monies now. The government is just trying to get and get and get and get and get. Hi, Stewart from Texas. Hi, drinks up. Well, we are started to have some thunder right now here in the Midland, Michigan. Okay. Lots of Filipinos living here. Any Visayan phrases you could teach me that would surprise my Cebuano friends there? As Cebuano friends here, um, you could start by saying, what do you want to learn? Something bad or something good? Maybe start, hello, kamusta ka? Or call them bye. Bye means like bro. Or say tagay means cheers. Lots of would you rather be in the Philippines or in America if you were in relationship with an American? Mm, I don't know. I think it depends where in America. Are you looking for a Filipino or a foreigner? I'm not looking. I don't judge anyone, however, at my age, which is 53, I just don't see myself with a woman if she is under the age of 30. Okay, that's your preference, Charlie. That's good. Something they might find funny to hear to say. To hear me say. Maybe you could say buang. Buang means crazy. The most adorable and beautiful. Thank you, Georgie. If Filipino women are such good, caring, loving, loyal, affectionate, understanding, religious soulmates, then why is there so many single mothers? Hmm. I've talked about this on my previous live stream, the reasons why there are so many single mothers here in the Philippines. But I will give you just the reason. Uh, it's because of lack of sex education, and because of lack of the reason for this is the influence of Catholicism in our society. So, to be, I don't know about this new generation if they still believe in this, but in my generation, you're not supposed to have sex before getting married, and you're not supposed to use contraceptives. Like using contraceptives is like a sin. So I remember my parents used to make up stories that if you use condom while having sex, the condom will be stuck on your genitals and will not come out. So that was very stupid, funny story. And if you use pills, they will scare you that if you use pills, you're not gonna have kids anymore because pills will ruin you. So most younger Filipinos, they're afraid to use contraceptives. So because we're just humans, even though they are told not to have sex, they still have sex, so they end up having babies, unwanted babies, because they don't know what to do. They don't know what will happen. Ali Buyuzok, hello. As a 20-year-old guy, where do you think I should go to meet Filipinas my age? I think where the young Filipinas are. Where do young Filipinas go? Malls, bars, um, college areas, go to universities. Yeah, church. Hi Danielle. Hi Maya. Nice to see you live. Do you go live often? I have been doing live stream quite a lot. I think I did 2 times this week. I like doing live stream. I think it's fun. I think I like talking. And I don't go out much. So I get to talk. I get to stimulate my brains. Ron, hi. Paul Clemens, hi. Maya, would you want more kids if you were in a relationship again? Yeah, if I find the right guy, someone that would want to have family with me, sure, I would love to. If a guy begins corresponding with a lady in a fairly remote part of Philippines, is it rude or inappropriate for the guy to expect her to come to Manila to meet? I don't think it's rude, but why would you not just go to the place of the girl if she is from the remote area? In case someone does not know, you are a great storyteller. I remember the story you told about the poor young lady who got machete. The way you told stories, so spoken but with a lot of expression. Yeah, I think I'm improving with storytelling now. Before, I'm not really good at storytelling, but I think as time passed by with more practice in talking, I have been good at it. Thanks for being real, Maya, and thanks for all your guests. Please send me another invite next time you do this. Gotta run. Okay, Thomas, thank you for being here. Have a good day or night. Thank you for the super chat. Gabi blew you a kiss. She likes watching you. Hi Maya, I had no idea this was going to be live. Pleasant surprise. Hi Jeffrey. I want a more simple life in the province but near the city. Uh, I wonder if it would be harder meeting a girl from the city and asking her to move to the province. I don't think it's hard as long as you get along. As long as she likes you and she wants to be with you. I think if, if a person really likes you or loves you, moving is possible. Even when you're talking about stressful stuff like taxes, you still manage to be adorable. Your vibe makes everything feel lighter. Yeah. Thank you, Cesar. Hi Maya. Hope you have a good blessed morning. Where are you? Your location is darker than the other live streams you do. Hi Mike. I am in my room right now because in the living room it's cold. So I stayed here and it's dark because I have blackout curtains and I haven't opened it. I'm gonna open it. Just give me a sec. Okay. It's kind of lighter now, or well, it's gloomy outside. Hmm. Morai Len. Thanks, Maya. Will try that. Lack of men taking responsibility is another reason. Yeah. I think both men and women should be responsible. It's not just only men or women. I think everyone should be responsible with their actions. How many men don't know they have kids with Filipina? There's always two stories, his, hers, truth. Yeah. There's always a different side. And they tell their side. And it's different from your side because you have different opinions with your side. That's why also we need a due process because there's so many sides of the story and we need someone to tell us if we are right or wrong, which one is right or wrong. Hi Lignum, Sebastian, hello. Like done, Mike and Venus. Yes guys, please give this live stream a like. It would help a lot. You have a very pretty hair. Yes, today my hair is so nice because I think it's because I washed my hair yesterday, so it's fluffy. It's still fluffy, but in the next couple of days it will be it will be messy again. I feel if a foreigner doesn't make 3k US dollar passive income, then they should never make promises they can't afford. Yeah, I think um there's a story. My friend told me a story. He asked me a question. How do I feel if a guy asks me to have 50-50 with him on dates? How do I feel about it? And I said that for me, especially if it's a first date, I find it rude and I, f- I think I feel like we are platonic. We are dating like bros, like paying 50-50. I don't feel like I'm a girl or I don't feel like I'm treated like a woman that I am. So, yeah, if it's like second or not second, like third, fourth date, um, even fourth date, I don't think it's nice to ask a girl 50-50. Just my opinion. Like for me example, I don't do 50-50. I would pay for the meal. Like I would say, "Hey, I will pay for this meal today because you're always paying. So I'm going to pay for this." And that's always my relation, what it's like for my relationship. I don't just let the guy pay for me. I spoil. I spoil. That's the thing about me. I also spoil my partners. So I would pay, but asking someone for 50-50, I find it very, I don't feel like I'm a woman, like I'm treated like a girl, a woman with respect. So yeah. Well, the question is, make, yeah. So here is my thoughts about it. If you cannot pay for a date, for a meal, then just don't date. Don't date yet until you settled your finances. Hi, Randall, Jean, Wenna, Gary, Brian. Hi, Jim. Good morning. How are you? Nathaniel. Belinda. Hi, Belinda. How are you? Drinks up. Ballant. Nathaniel. I am Cebu. How are you? Single. Have met. Hi. Daniel Lam. I appreciate your videos. You create. I watch them often. If I came out there, could we meet in person? Which island do you live? I live in Dumaguete. I would have no idea how many men don't know how they have child with Filipina. I would imagine most that have never been told or are no longer involved in relationship after intercourse. Hi, Cobra. You look amazing. I know you work out. Is there a good gym in your area? Oh, there's a lot of gym here in Dumaguete. There's a lot of good gyms. Corey won today. Oh, that's nice. Congratulations, Jim. Huge win for first go as a heavyweight. Second round TKO against the knockout record holder in the league. I'm so proud. It's great weight for me to bow. Wow, you should be proud. Wow. Congratulations, Corey and Jim. Oh, it would be nice. I know it's too much, but maybe you could get me a autograph of Corey. If you come to the Philippines, you could give it to me. Um, Mike T, did you and Gladys have an enjoyable time for the other day? The chemistry between you two is very good. Yes, we met and we had coffee. It was raining, but we still pushed through. And we had a really good conversation, very interesting conversation. And we're supposed to do video together, but it was raining and there's no place to do the video, so we just talk all afternoon. Hi, Scott. Hi, Rain Bitcoins. Good morning. Has the phone finally stopped? What phone? You mean Typhoon? Thomas Matthews. Hi. Mermaid Muncher 50-50 dating is buwang. Never have I heard of doing that. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's people who likes doing that. AKA, it depends on how much a girl likes a man. The more they like you, the more they are willing to invite you to eat and go out. Yes. Hi, Ben Shan. Correct. Hi, Belinda. Correct. Remember well, back saving. If he can't pay for the meal, he should stay away from the dating life. Yes, Charlie. I think so. Because dating is costly. It's not just about dating out or things like that. There's a lot of things involved. When you date, you have to look good, be presentable. So you have to buy colognes or, you know, clothes and transportation, things like that. Do you think that more and more Morena girls are beginning to love the skin they are in, especially since so many foreigners seek out Morena girls? I think it's 50-50. There are a lot of Filipinas who like to whiten their skin, but I think it has changed a lot throughout the years. I think there are more Filipinas who are accepting and loving their skin color. Like for me, example, when I was in high school, I college college actually, because high school I don't have money. in in I mean in high school I don't have money. In college I have, because I started working. So in college I started like whitening my skin because Filipino men likes lighter skin, and all my classmates, all my friends are have lighter skin. Like whitening products is a must in a shopping list to buy every month. So yeah, I was very insecure with my skin color because I'm not very dark, but I'm brown. I'm not light. I'm not whiter. So I used to do that. And being skinny also is very trendy before. Like being skinny is what is beautiful. So I was very skinny also before. Like I remember I'm like 29 kilograms, very white, very pale. Doesn't go out because the sun will darken your skin. Yeah, but when I turned 27, it all changed. My perception all changed. Actually, during pandemic, it all changed. Something happened in pandemic that changed my outlook in myself. Is this 50-50 stuff an age thing? I and most that I know were raised with a provider mindset. I see so many people bitching about it, specifically regarding Filipinas. I really don't get the issue. Yeah, Jim. I think I think it's about the age. But most of this 50-50 stuff, these are like from the younger men, new generation. Like 50-50 in bills, 50-50 in dating. Always raining, sis. Yeah, it's not raining here now, Belinda. Still raining in your area. Mature men always know how to treat women and what a woman should expect from them. We know what their expectations are, but also being respectful to each other. No one likes the feeling of being used. Yes, absolutely. Do you want an autograph? I'd be happy to get you one. Perhaps on a fight glove, I'll get you one. That's super easy to do. Yes, please. And if it's not too much, maybe a video of a greeting like, "Hi, Maya. How are you?" If you can't pay and you ask that person out, it's forgetting to know her and to see where things are going. I agree with you, Maya. If it was me, I would pay because I asked you out and my treat. Yes. It's just the most decent thing to do. Maya, can you cook? Like, would you say you're the best at it or just okay? I enjoy cooking. I think I'm really good at cooking. So far, I don't have complaints with my cooking. My friends love my cooking. My ex loves my cooking. Um, yeah, I don't have any complaints with my cooking. I think I'm pretty good at cooking. I love cooking. Hi, Robert. Did guys remember to tell you that I would be a good guy to go on dinner date with? No, we don't talk about we didn't talk about that. In a relationship, listening and learning your mate is very important. You want to get to the point where you don't need to ask, exactly what your partner expects from you. Find who's best. Yes. Yes, I think that is one of the best character to have. Like a man who remembers what you like and what you don't like and how you like things are. And same for the women, I think. I think men appreciates that. But for me, it's like green flag. Like, wow, this man remembered what I like, what I don't like, and remember what I said. It means that he's paying attention to me. He's really listening to me. Yeah, I like that man. That kind of man. You have to treat her with respect when asking her out to get to know her. Yes. About paying on dating, gender should be inconsequential. The party who asks for a date should shoulder the date's costs unless the other party insists on a more amicable agreement between both. Yeah, I think that's the most decent thing to do. If you ask for a date, like the guy asked me a date, it's expected that you're the one who's gonna pay, right? But if I am the one who asks, like, hey, do you wanna try this new restaurant that I found? It's really good. So I should pay. But I'm gonna make sure it's not an expensive place. If you're broke, stay home. And why would anyone ask somebody on a date but you can't pay for it? I think spending time with yourself, if I'm with yourself, I'm getting your life together before you destroy someone else's. Yeah, yeah. I truly believe in that. My hair is nice today. Wait, I have something to say about this. Yeah, I think that's a really good, comment, sensible man. But if everyone really knows what to do, and like they have, if every human just have the sense knowing what is right for them and what is wrong for them, then there will be no lost souls and broke people and people that are struggling. But life is hard. We always just try our best to do what we think is good for us. Are you a team Conrad or Jeremiah? Conrad. Thomas Matthews. Hi. Um, I bet you are more gorgeous now than when you were pale and skinny. Your tan color is beautiful and your beauty is aged. Yeah, I am more beautiful, and I wish I realized this when I was younger. I have pictures. I could share it to you, but I don't think I could share it here. But I was, I don't find myself very attractive when I was pale and skinny. But that time, I feel like I belong. I am gorgeous. I have light skin. I am accepted. I feel like I'm beautiful. Everyone is looking at me because I'm lighter. You know, I attract attention because I'm wider and skinnier. Jagan, what's your opinion on smoking? Smoking is okay as long as you don't smoke around me. Lol, let me see what I can do regarding a video. Do you want just his signature or to Maya with signature? I would like the Maya and with signature. Thank you, Jem. Man, have you seen me in a TV series? No. James Ross. Hi, Maya. Love your vlogs. Hello. Skin color does not make you better than anyone else. Your moral values and intention and self-respect does. Yes, I truly agree with you. I truly agree with you. Actually, when I asked out to eat, I would always try to pay, but the women would never let me. They usually say, "You can pay next time." Ah, that's nice. That's really nice. For me, if like for example, if I go on a date with someone and we've been dating for a while, I feel shy not paying at least like once or twice. I feel shy, so I try to pay for a meal. If an attractive lady asks me to go eat somewhere and she is willing to pay, then I will reply that I will only agree if she will let me pay. That's sweet. As a foreigner, if you are seriously asking a Filipina to go 50-50 on a date, that's a serious red flag. For me, yes, that's a very big red flag. Like, even Filipinos, even if I've dated Filipinos, they will pay for the dates. They will never let the girl pay for the date. They don't even assume that the girl will pay for the date. Even if it's not in a very nice restaurant, even just a street food or anything like that, or Jollibee, Filipino men don't expect that the woman will pay for it. It's always them who will pay. And I guess we're so used to it that we're treated by Filipinos like that. If most Western men wanted very pale women, we wouldn't be chatting with you. Your skin tone is very desirable. Thank you. Hi, Donnie. I am a man's man. I'll still pay for the day if I ask you. That's nice. Money should not be a problem for food, just my opinion. I'm just saying. I wasn't going to argue with a woman over paying for a bill. I ruined special moment. Okay, I have to go to the toilet, so if you guys excuse me, I will be back. Don't mind. Huh. Let me read. However, one time I paid for it with pain. A Thai girl wanted me to go eat with her and her friends, and I asked her for mild shrimp, fried rice, and she ordered the extra spicy, which burned mouth. What did I have for breakfast? I haven't had breakfast. I don't eat breakfast. I don't usually eat breakfast. Try 50-50 in USA. She'll be in the door so quick, never to be heard or seen again, and you'll be paying for dinner. I don't think you should ask someone 50-50 on a first date. Unless if you're like dating for a while, or even dating for a while. I think the best thing is I treat you, you treat me, you know. Hi, Tranquil Peace. How are you? I'm good. Maya, need to leave your live stream. Thank you for another enjoyable live stream. Catch you on the next one. Have a good, blessed day. Thank you, Mike, for being here. A simple sandwich here in USA easily costs $10, and that's without a drink. Wow, that's expensive. Do you realize how much food and how happy your Filipino would be? That is until you ask her to go 50-50. Yeah. Do you make brewed coffee or just instant coffee when at home? I just make instant coffee. The one you can buy powder. Hi from Australia. Which corned beef is best? Delimundo or Pure Foods? I think Delimundo. Hi Ernie. Pete. Thank you George for the super chat. I appreciate it. Reciprocation, something that shouldn't even need to discuss. Yeah. Okay. Okay, no more comments. I need coffee, so I think I'm gonna make coffee. I come from a macho Mexican culture where men are expected for everything, but in Japan, my Thai girlfriend would never let me pay. Only reason relationship didn't work out was because she couldn't. Lucky you. Maya, how is the access to quality coffee beans there? I just realized that I've not considered that. I need good beans. There's a lot of good beans here, Jim. You don't have to worry about that. Maybe not as good as you have, but we have specialty store here. So this specialty store, they sell imported coffees. The from Cambodia, or no, Colombia, or is that Africa or something, with good coffee. Yeah. Yesterday I was in Robinsons, and there was a coffee expo, and my friend bought a coffee from Colombia. It's Arabica. I haven't asked if it's good, but yeah, there's a lot of coffee. Ah, okay. So she couldn't speak English. Your Thai girlfriend. Yeah, I think communication is very important in a relationship. You have to speak the same language. At least try to communicate in the same language. It's very hard to communicate if you don't speak, if you don't understand each other. And on top of that, the cultural differences. The funds, are kids back in school now? Yes, they are back in school, but today is Sunday, so there's no school. Were you eating for $10 Subway foot long? I haven't tried. Hi Orlando. I was going to bring Starbucks coffee as a present for a Filipina, but too many Filipinos have a coffee machine. Good question. Um, no, not all Filipino households have coffee machines, because usually Filipinos, especially if they're just like middle class, they just buy instant coffees. I think only the ones that are higher class or someone that is influenced very much with, Western products, mm, they have coffee machines. But if it's just middle class, they don't usually, they don't have coffee machines. Maya, are you a homebody, or do you prefer to be home, or do you like going out more? I'm not a homebody. I prefer to be outside all the time. Even if it's raining, I can't stay home. I like to be outside doing something. Either it's, even if it's just like walking outside, or grabbing coffee, or reading outside. Yeah, I'm an outdoor person. But it depends on the place. This place especially, I don't like this place, so I'm more out often. Yeah, Colombia, you were right, yes. Keurig. Yeah, you can buy machines Keurig here. I've seen it in the mall, but also you can order it in Amazon. You can order Amazon. I ordered few stuff in Amazon. They deliver here, but it took like 1 week to deliver. I just find in these days that relationships are mostly one-sided because of distractions on social media that cause some partners to neglect their significant other, and it causes unnecessary strains. Yeah, I think social media has very big influence in our society, in our decision making in life. Yeah, maybe it was just Japan, but all women there seem to want to pay. Japanese women are even more eager to pay for dinner, and Korean women as well. But she lived in Japan all her life, so maybe that's why. Hmm. I think dating in Japan also for men and women is a struggle. They were struggling with their population. Their population is declining. There is more old people, aging people than newborns. I just went to Marshall's the other day and bought the specialty coffee they sell there. I bought coffee from Colombia, Costa Rica, Hawaii, Guatemala, and Brazil. Bag used to be 16 ounce, now 12 ounce, same dollar. Can I ask you if you got my first message? It might have been too long or something. You didn't want to answer. If so, no worries. I didn't read it. Gary, sorry. Colombia is the first country in the world when it comes to coffee. Yeah. Hi, all for one from beautiful Australia. Austria. Do you like camping? I've only tried camping once. It's okay. Instant coffee works just fine for me. Yeah, yeah. As you get used to it, it's not so bad. Balik buying box takes a couple of months. What the heck is mermaid punch? Maya, do you enjoy cooking with fresh vegetables? I could just see yourself enjoying gardening. Yeah, actually, that's what I like to do. I would love to do gardening. I'd like to have my own house and with a garden, and I don't have to buy vegetables anymore in the market because I just have it in my garden. That's what I want. Are there markets that sell Western type meat like steak, ground beef, certain sausages, and Western foods? Yes, there is. We have a place called Belkris here, and they have steaks, salmons, ground beef, sausages from different countries, Switzerland, Swiss, Hungarian sausages, any type of sausages that you like, and cheeses also. There's a lot of cheeses, and yeah, a lot of Western food in Belkris. And the Belkris now they expanded it so it's bigger. So they have more things. They're selling more things, more selection. Especially in the meat section, there's more section choices. Outdoors is where to be. That's my thing also. Sitting on the deck right now till boxing starts in like 5 minutes. Are you going to watch the Pride of the Philippines? Yes, I think I'm going to watch, but I'll go watch it outside. I honestly don't like being outside. I mean inside. In Japan, it's because they have crazy work schedules and don't really have time for dating or relationships. But apparently, they are starting to change that this year from 5 working days to four. That's nice. That's good. Yeah, they are crazy hard workers. Japanese people are very hardworking people, and also um, they don't have they don't give special treat treatments to they don't give priority on creating families. Like they don't have free health insurance or free school yet, or anything like that. Anything free for kids to make things easy to having kids. So Japanese people choose not to have kids because it's expensive to have kids. I enjoy your content. The video of you following the guy with the plastic bag, a raincoat, and the motorcycle walking through all mud and being carefree and happy was pretty awesome. Yeah, I like those videos. That was the Siargao trip that I did. Oh, that was my one of my favorite videos that I created. What vegetables would you grow? I would grow my favorites, of course. Something that I eat every day. Tomatoes, some herbs, eggplants, okra. Maya, we don't watch you for your philosophy. Okay, I know why you are here. Hello from Minnesota. I like your opinions. You've got aura. If you can get you to Kentucky, I'll do the cooking. Maya, I'd like to go fishing or crabbing in the Philippines. Where might I good get to do that? Um, where could you do that? Crabbing? I we have it here in my area. Crabbing. They catch crabs at nighttime. Yeah, nothing is on social welfare over there. They work 5 days a week, but crazy hours per day. Yeah. Maya, do you own a car or a scooter? I only own scooter. Have a great day, Maya. It's time for these kids to go. I appreciate your insights. Thank you, Jim, for being here. And thank you for the signature. Have a great day or night. I'm from Texas. How would I link up with someone that would show me the place that tourists don't see? You can come over and ask the locals. Hi, Neil. Hi, Les. Hi, Jeffrey. We like your fun videos and your outings. I'm happy that you are doing well and smiling more, keeping positive. Thank you, Des. Hi, Bob. Actually, when I returned to Asia, my first country I went to visit is Japan, but I think you can only stay 90 days, so I will either head to the Philippines or Thailand and stay there as a home base. Yeah, I think for foreigners 90 days, but for Filipinos it's like 29 days, I think. Okay, guys, I am going. I need coffee and I need to go on with my day, and it's 8 a.m. And yeah, thank you guys for accompanying me here in this live stream and being here this Sunday live stream. I really appreciate all the like and the super chat. Thank you so much. And for everyone who joined here in this live stream, and for all the good conversation. I like the conversation today and in the previous live stream also. It was nice. It's very stimulating to answer the questions. And yeah, have a good day, everyone. Have a good night also. And take care, everyone. See you next time in my next live stream. Thank you.